Alright, this is going to be the settings. Welcome back to another one video special for this month. It's gonna be Britain, even though France is here, and Benelux and all that, but it's mainly just Britain. And to start, we are gonna have London, mate. London is right here in this general vicinity. So, you know, maybe I'm gonna regret that low drawing power now. Alright, London's about right there, so we're just gonna put the capital right there. And let's see how this goes over 100 turns. Large expansion. I don't know where any big cities are, so they'll just expand over the Thames. I believe that river is. New nation. Okay, cool. Well, we need to get the rivalry started, huh? I'm trying to triangulate here. Hold on. So it's somewhere... It's close to this river, I think, right? That would make sense. I remember Paris had a river running through it, and it was, like, very dirty. So yeah, there we go. We got Paris now. We gotta start the rivalry early, you know? London... I hate this fucking card. Anyway, Paris will found a religion. I think Paris is mainly Catholicism here. So I think they're primarily Catholic, if I had to take a guess. And London will become Catholic, I guess. And we're going back to London. So they agree on one thing, and that's religion for some reason. But London will keep their only religion in the game. Yes, of course. Again, I wish it would also track, like, there is only one religion in the game. Adopt religion will not work. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, Paris is going to largely expand. They're going to go up this river and almost get to the sea. Oh, they will be able to get to the sea. And so now that can lead to invasions of the British Isles. London's still trying to get all that river, and they finally do. And they will get this entrance to the sea. So, you know, that's nice for them, right? London will continue expanding. They're going to expand southward. Paris will expand northward. You know what I mean? And that looks severely wrong, and I need to fix that. London, my god. The only religion in the game. Thank you. Cool. London will continue expanding southern. Paris will continue expanding here. Does that make it look better? Hold on. I need to fix that as fast as I can before I continue with any plot. Yeah, London is just going to do that. Keep expanding that way. Paris is going to fix that. See, now it doesn't look like it, right? Yeah, we're going to say it doesn't. London will continue expanding southern. And, fuck you. And London, okay, fuck you too. And London will continue expanding. They will just make their territory a little nicer here. Why is it only these two? Can we, like, not get another nation? Anyway, they're just going to keep expanding. And, maybe war will start when Paris gets to here. Okay, finally. But I will make that look a little bit nicer as they get up here. And now they have ships that can see each other. And I'll let you know how that goes in a moment. The only religion in the game, bro. Okay. Well, they will make a large expansion. And guess what? Well, I think we all saw this coming as the French launch a naval invasion into England. And they're taking quite a lot of land. I feel like they're conquerors. They are conquerors. Perfect. Alright, so we are gonna do this here because it started here. Start of the first Anglo-Parisian War. Yeah, that's a good start. Anglo-Parisian War, even though they're also probably Anglo-Saxon. No, they're not. Okay. So yeah, the Anglo-Parisian War. It has started. And we'll see how London responds. They won't. That's what will happen. They won't. Paris, I don't even know how that brush popped up. Paris will take over all of southern London here, and they will start taking away their sea access. And Paris will continue going. They're going to take away more sea access here, even though the river, you know, they'll just... But their sea access is basically stopped. Parisian troops cut off last access to the sea for London. Which, you know, that's a cool bookmark to have, I guess. Paris will continue expanding towards the city of London, taking over more of the river territory. What's London ever going to respond with? A large expansion. Alright, I've seen where that started. Okay, hold on. British troops push back Parisian troops. British troops recover sea access. You know, this is nice. Paris has a new leader. London will make a small expansion down the river. Also, their leader is no longer a conqueror, but now an expansionist, and also a mountaineer, and there's no mountains anywhere. London is zealous and a hill dweller, so, you know. Neither of them really have anything to do for this, but, you know. British troops are being pushed back now by the Parisians. Even though expansionists seems to do pretty well there. London, they will take back more land here. It's really just a standstill. Parisian troops are going to ask London to union under them. Obviously, London's going to say no. Parisian troops, we are not getting new nation or split. The game understands what I wanted to do. Parisian troops will take away sea access again from the British troops. There we go. We have 2 little markers there. London will take almost it all back. But they're, okay, yeah, now they will. They are in a fight for sea access here. And matter of fact, they make a sail. And they start invading French land. British troops regain sea access again. You could also see which one is the newer one, because it overlays over the older ones. So as you see, this one's on the bottom, this one's in the middle, this one's on top. So that's nice as well, if you have multiple things in the same spot. And man, this war is a wonderful war. Parisian troops will try to rebel the British forces down here. Meanwhile, the troops up here will continue pushing back against British troops. I mean, this war is just a standstill. I mean, Paris was on the early offensive, as you could see. And then the British troops started pushing back, and then it became a tug of war. But British troops have landed. And meanwhile, they're gonna start expanding down here. They're gonna push back the the Parisian troops here. Meanwhile, continuing to push forward here. And there might need to be a, you know, a ceasefire, if anything. Parisian troops, though, will make a small attempt at repelling the British troops down here, and it doesn't really go that well as they go back and start pushing forward into British territory, getting past where they failed before in that specific area. But British troops will push back, focusing on the city of London first before going down for the Parisian territory. London, again, will largely expand. They're going to first attack down and get to the river, taking away some of the sea access from the from the Parisians, while also attacking and pushing back the Parisians in England. This game has not given me any other 2 nations. It knows. Paris will make a small attempt at pushing back the British, and will succeed a little bit. Okay, the only religion in the game. You had to ruin it! And Paris will make a small expansion here. Meanwhile, they're going to try to cut off some sea access, even though it's kind of futile, because they already got to you. London will make a large expansion, getting rid of the forward expansion of the Parisian troops, and going back here, as they make a huge push there for a moment before making a few pixels of a difference in London. And yeah, I mean, this war is something else, man. Paris now will make a large expansion, so they will, again, conquer basically everything there, while also pushing forward across the river. And things are getting dire. Paris, they're making a small expansion. This is probably going to be their last attempt at repelling the British troops from their territory. And I mean, they're doing a pretty good job, and they keep making progress towards London. Let's see what will be able to happen. London will make small progress. They have to focus all of their resources on defending their capital instead of pushing into French territory, and we'll see how that fails them. Oh, London is like, never mind, I don't want to follow you anymore, Protestants. So they become Protestant. When I think of Orthodoxy, I think of purple, even though I made it yellow in the other video. Whatever. Alright. So, yeah, in a time like this, we don't want to follow your religion anymore. Paris New nation. Oh my god, the game finally was like, hey, this war is going nowhere. Here's a new nation. Well, if London is worried about losing a war to Paris, we got another arch enemy here. As Dublin appears. Just be grateful that you're so far away and they will not be able to find you. London, oh, the cost of war is finally appearing as Oxford, sick of, you know, the cost of war, becomes independent as a micronation. You can't see them. They're John Cena, but they are there. So they're gonna be like an autonomous region, separate. They're their own country, but they do still have some financial ties of trading and all that to London, obviously. Now Paris, new leader. Their leader's even worse than before. This war is never gonna end, as Margaret is the conqueror. Wait, what happened here? Oh, now William's an expansionist. What? I swear I clicked random. Okay. Dublin will have a small expansion. Are they not flatlanders? They're mountaineers. Brother, there's no mountains there. I'm sorry? I swear I turned that setting up. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I placed that castle there. Yep. So that's a wasted turn. That's my bad. Oxford. Wait, is that Oxford? Oh, it is Oxford. They'll get like a little more territory given to them by London. I'm gonna skip them the next time. You know what? France, they don't even want to take the Protestant religion. Oxford gets a new leader. I need to... Yeah, that. I need to realize that it's... Okay. Paris will start trying to push back on British troops and start push forward up here. And they're making some decent progress here, getting towards the city of London. I'm actually going to do this as well. So yeah, I will have a marker that says Oxford gains independence because of opposition to this war. And we will know that it obviously didn't happen right away. That's a wasted turn. I didn't realize it said Oxford. I need to fucking slow down. How is this tiny? Okay, cool. Dublin will continue expanding, getting more of Ireland. I hate you. Alright. So many wasted turns in this one video because of that shit. Anyway, Dublin will continue expanding, getting more of Ireland. And yeah, they're looking pretty nice. Rory's doing a good job here. No, stop giving me Oxford. Can I have a setting that's like, hey, instead of this lock where it's like when you lock this, you only draw cards for this nation? Can I get one where it's like, I never want this to show up? Please? Thank you. Anyway, London, they're going to largely expand. They're going to focus on their efforts here to hope to try to, you know, push for a ceasefire as they make strong progress. And they're going to push back, defending London from the Parisian troops. Okay, I thought that was a blue tile. Dublin is going to union with themselves. That's such a good turn, man. Dublin is going to have a small split now. They united with themselves and actually came out less united as Wexford becomes independent. And because... Don't tell me I broke it again. Wexford. Okay, cool. We're going to have these two go to war if I can help it. Oh, Dublin! Large expansion. They're gonna take back some land. I don't want to outright kill Wexford, so, you know, we're just gonna do that. Started the Dub-Wex War. London will adopt their own religion. Cool, waste of a turn. Wexford will mediumly expand, pushing back. And, you know, I will they make a massive push. You can't read this, but, you know. Dublin forces storm the capital on day 1, but Wex troops make a massive pushback against Dub troops. So, you know. Paris will make a medium expansion. Why is this small again? And they will push back almost all of the British troop advance in the Paris area as they push towards London again. Wexford, origin diverge. They're like, you know what? We hate you so much in this war that we don't even want to have your origin anymore. Wexford changes their origin in protest of the Dub-Wex War. We put that there even though it really should be up here. But, you know. I will actually change that. Yep, there we go. So that's the moment that they change their, you know, origin. Oxford, fuck you. Dublin, All right, here we go. So Dublin will start pushing down in the south and then the north. Paris will stop some British forces there while also pushing back towards London. Almost taken, and they do take away their sea axis again, and they storm right to the capital of London. Parisian troops get to the doorstep of the capital, London. Wexford will make a medium expansion, taking back more land, taking back the starting point of this war, splitting them into Paris. What at a time like this, do you not? Okay, you don't want to be Catholic, even though actually there's only one Catholic, so we could just bring it back. Catholicism. We could just bring it back. You're not leaving, buddy. London. Okay, they don't want to be Protestant. They could be Orthodox. Actually, you know what? They could be Islamic. They can be Islamic. Why not? It's different. London can be Islamic. Alright, look at that. London changes their religion to Islam as Parisian troops storm towards London. For some reason, we should also have, like, right here, Paris takes away sea axis again. So London will push back French troops. London desperately pushes back Parisian troops. Desperately push back Parisian troops. And Paris will adopt their own religion, because go fuck yourself. London will largely expand and almost regain sea access. I'm going to put another marker for that one too. London succeeds in pushing back Parisian troops. In the future, I should start numbering these, like 1, 2, 3 at the beginning, so I know which order they were in, even though they do overlay over themselves. But like when they're out here, like, yeah, I know this is the first, this is the second, but then like, did I place this one before any of these? Who knows? Right, it's kind of hard to tell. But I will say that it does add some depth when you look at it from far away. Like if I was to show you this image, and I put like a key here, a master key, like of what each thing could entail, then, you know, it'd look cool. Anyway, we're gonna go to Dublin now, large expansion. They're gonna reconnect their territory as they, you know, push back the Wexford troops again. London will make a small expansion. Guess what they're doing? They're regaining sea access again. And they will start pushing back into Paris. This entire video is basically just London versus Paris. Which is so accurate to real life, it's actually crazy. Let me zoom out real quick with my broken ass mouse. And show you how big this map is. And how little we've actually done in the grand scheme of things over almost 100 turns. Look at the map. And look at how little anything has actually been done, because they've just been redrawing over themselves. Dublin will mediumly expand, and they will storm towards Wexford. Dub troops once again storm towards the capital, Wexford. And Dublin will finally finish off Wexford in the war. I will make a note of that, but then they will continue expansion. Oh, now they finally did it, but, you know, we're gonna put it here. Wexford troops surrender, ending the Dub-Wex War. So yeah, that's the end of that. So we got one war ending. Parisian troops will now push back against the British forces, completely expelling them from mainland Paris, and pushing forward here on this front line, which has so much changed. Parisian troops exterminate London troops from mainland Paris, and Paris will continue to expand against London, and London will union with Oxford, I guess, just because. I'm gonna say that it's an annex. London annex Oxford for economic purposes for the first Anglo-Parisian War. Dublin will continue just smallly expanding. Why does the mouse keep changing? Okay. Yeah, again, they're still mountaineers, so I mean, Parisians will storm towards, you know, Oxford, I guess, to hopefully, and they steal it, to hopefully try to force a surrender. Parisian troops storm and conquer Oxford, and they have a new leader who is divisive. I don't know what that means. Dublin has a new leader who is a hill dweller. Sick. But Paris will continue pushing, and they storm towards London again and capture the city of London. Would you look at that? Parisian troops capture the capital, London. London, yeah, they can speech chosen here. They will mediumly expand to recover their capital and start pushing towards Oxford. London troops recapture their capital, but Paris will push back and storm towards London again. London will try to union with them. I wish that was one turn earlier. But, you know, London will unite with themselves. Dublin will make a small expansion. London will found another religion. Don't you just love that? Now they could be Orthodox. They're definitely just faking it, though. London changes their religion to Orthodox for some reason. And London will largely expand, pushing back against Parisian troops, capturing Oxford. London recaptures Oxford. And to end it, Paris will make a push here around, and they will storm towards Oxford. Parisian troops storm Oxford again. And that's turn 100, so that's the end of this video. I mean, damn, nothing happened. How long did I film this for? A 36-minute video where nothing happened at all. I mean, if we look at this, I know I'm yapping and people already clicked off, but like, we had like 2 little moments here where London landed and then Parisians got rid of them. But like, here's the start of the war, they push here. There's a bunch of stuff along this front line, and this shows that Paris was definitely whooping their ass. Like, it's cool. And like, if you were to take the time to read through these, you know, like, say I can give you this map and you can click through stuff to see everything, that would be cool. But like, you know. And then we had like this little side story over here. This is the DLC version, and basically everything happened down here. Yeah, so there you go, 100 turns on the Britain map of lore accurate history. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. See you guys.